today? Earth, we get to talk about when you were created. Awesome!
Lots of people think that the world was made by accident, that there is no creator and no God, but we know that that's not true. And in the Bible, it tells us how God made the world, and we're gonna try and make a puppet from all of these things. We've got felt, and lots of spray paint, and paints, and cushion buttons and safety goggles. We've got a tool called a Dremel, and let's see, liquid rubber, a sanding belt, scissors, and a knife, and all sorts of things. And we're gonna have tons of fun creating. And I think that God had a ton of fun when he was creating the earth, because every single day when he created new things, he kept saying, "It is good." So I think that his heart was full of joy because he was delighting in what he was creating. And I hope that our puppet is good. But either way, we're gonna have fun doing it. Okay, let's get building. The very first sentence in the whole Bible says that God created the heavens and the earth. And in the second sentence, it says that the earth was formless and empty. Kind of like these balls right here. There's nothing much happening on them. They're just empty and shapeless. It's just a ball. But just like God worked on the earth and made it really, really cool, we're gonna work on our ball to make it into a pretty cool earth puppet. Now, what color should I choose? Oh, I think I'm gonna do blue for my earth. And then the moon isn't really any of these colors because it's more gray. But we've got gray spray paint here. We can paint it and gray paint. And so I think I'm gonna do purple. Okay, now we're gonna give our earth and our moon a little bit of form. So I put the smile lines on them, and our earth has got a little bit of a wider lip smile, and then we have our moon. So to cut it out, I'm gonna be very, very careful because I'm gonna get out a razor blade, which are really, really sharp, but they help cut through the foam. Have you ever thought about how creative God is? Just that there was nothing, that he made all of this out of nothing, and he made us in his image. And so he made us creative as well. And we get to make really fun things. Like we get to make puppets out of foam balls. Even computers are made out of material that was just found out of the earth. Isn't that amazing? That people could find stuff around the earth and make things like computers and iPhones and refrigerators and x-ray machines and cars and houses. That's amazing. And it's amazing how creative God made people. But he made the earth out of nothing. And the sun and the moon and the stars and even things like time. Like he made time. Isn't that wild? He is so creative, and life is so valuable. Because one thing that people can never make is life. Like I can't bring this back to life. People can't give life to things, but God can. He breathes life into us. I love that God is a creator and he's so creative. And just that side of him is so cool. Okay, so I'm gonna start cutting into the mouth of our earth guy. And I've never done this before. I'm a little bit nervous, but it's gonna be really fun. It worked! We still have to cut out the inside, but there's his mouth. And it's gonna be really fun. We'll sand around his mouth and give it more form. Okay, now time for the moon. And there's our moon. And I made their mouths just a little bit different so they can have different characters. Just like God made people. He made people with different smiles, and some people have freckles, some people don't. Some people are different colored skin, and different kinds of eyes or different noses. I have really, really small ears, and some people have big ears. And I think it's so fun that he made people so different. So I made these guys a little different too. You can see where all the cuts are. So I need to make that all smooth. And so I have a tool called a Dremel, and then I cut out some sanding paper in a circle, and then we're gonna go ahead and sand the foam in. Do you know what God used when he was making the earth to create it? He spoke. He said, "Let there be light," and then there is light. And he said, "Let there be waters and land and plants and animals." And when he spoke it, all those things came to existence. I think that's so cool. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my safety goggles and my mask because there might be little bits of foam that I don't want getting into my eyes or into my nose. Okay, time to make these guys smooth. Okay, I think I'm done sanding our earth down. Oh, I think he looks great. Both of them. They've got so much personality and character already. I can't wait to make their mouths and their eyes and to paint them. All right, now I need to make the hole so that my hand can go in. Because right now, it's just solid. So I'm gonna go at the bottom here and figure out how I'm gonna put my hand right about there. And then I'm gonna use this tape roll because my hand will just barely squeeze through there as a template. I'll mark it and then cut it. Okay, now it's time to cut into the mouth too, so that our moon's mouth can open. There's his mouth! Oh, fun. Okay, now I have to cut out the inside of the mouth and put in a mouth plate. You guys, check it out! Ah! We're almost on the mouth, but they don't have mouth plates in. You can see my hands. So now it's time to make those. This is so fun. This is good. I like it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am having so much fun just making like a little foam moon and world. And it's a lot of hard work, but it's a blast. Think of how much fun God would have had making the earth, the world and the sun and the moon and the stars. I think that he was having a blast. And he's probably looking at it and be like, "Oh, that's good, and that's good, and that's good, and so good." And then when God made you, wow, like, he must have just been beside himself. Like, that is so good. Oh, wow. Okay, so to make these mouths, I have to, actually, this one, my thumb was a little scrunched up in this one. So I'm gonna carefully take out a little bit more foam. Yep, that feels a little bit better. A little bit more room for my thumb. So the hole is right there. It's just a little hole. And then Goes all the way over here. There we go. Okay, and to make the mouth plate, I've got rubber. And fleece. Yeah, let's see if we can get the mouths flapping. It'll be tons of fun. There! The bottom fits really well. Now for the top. All right, that fits too. So now it's time to cut out the fleece and glue it on. Waiting for the glue. Oh, I'm just sitting here waiting for glue to dry. Oh, I'm waiting here watching the time fly by. Do 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 ba da da da. Ooh, this glue is taking a while to dry. Okay, I have our mouthpiece clamped up and drying. So I'm gonna put that over there to dry, and we'll make sure it's totally dry. So I'm gonna start making our earth mouthpieces. Oh, it looks great. Okay. Oh, you guys, I think I might try to put this in the mouth now. Whew. All right, let's do it. Let's glue this in. Okay, we've got our earth's mouth in, and now I'm just gonna let them hang out and dry. I'm getting excited because we're almost at the part where we get to paint. But before that, which I think will be really fun, is we're making all the texture on the ball. So we're putting all like the bumps and stuff like that to make the earth like it's got land and mountains and everything. And for the moon to look like it's got craters and bumps and all that stuff. My hands are so sticky. They're sticking to each other. Ah! Oh, it's great. And I'm excited because we're going to put on another spray glue. And then we're going to get the hair dryer on that. And it's going to bubble and make all these fun textures and bumps. And it's going to make the moon look like it's got like little bumps and craters on it. And it'll make the earth look like there's land. All right, I think that those bubbles will just kind of come down. There, he's already looking like he's full of craters and all this stuff. He looks like he got bonked in the head a few times. Oh, so fun though. So this is our moon, and oh, so sticky. I am so sticky. I hope I can get my hand out of here. I'm stuck! Oh, Oh, this is stuck. Oh no! Everything's stuck! Okay, I gotta fix the back here. You can't see it, but I gotta fix the back. Okay, I'm so crazy! Okay, I think I gotta leave it. And I accidentally got some on the table. Oh. Don't try this at home. It's crazy! Okay, I'm gonna go try and figure out how to get this off my finger. And we're gonna let these dry. And we'll come back and spray paint a little and put on that liquid rubber to give it even more fun bumps, and we can make some mountain ranges on the Earth and some big craters on the moon. And I hope this thing comes off, because it would just be weird if this was on here for the rest of my life. Hi guys! So when I did the Earth and tried to make the land, I really messed up the countries. And it didn't look much like Earth, so I decided to make Earth into Pluto. I just put more spray glue all over him, and we're gonna make this guy look like Pluto. So we've got our moon and Pluto, and then I cut out another one! So this guy gets to be our Earth, and then I drew the countries out with Sharpie marker. And I think that this is gonna work better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on our liquid rubber for the land, just so that I know where the land masses are. And then I'm gonna spray paint it blue for the ocean, and then we'll put more land and everything on top. And we'll see how this works. And this is the first time I've done this. And so far, it's a blast.
Moon,
Can you tell me a bedtime story?
I would love to, Earth. Let's see. I'll tell you about when you were created.
Me? I love stories about me. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, well, first, you were formless and void.
Wow. What does that mean?
That means you were like a big blob of nothingness floating in nothing.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then on day 1, he made the light.
I love the light.
It helps me see all sorts of things,
like penguins eating tacos.
Okay. You know what God said?
No, what?
He said it was good.
Whoa, it is.
And then on day 2, he separated the waters above from the waters below. He made the sky.
Whoa, I love the sky too. It's where all the airplanes and the birds fly.
And then on day 3, he made the land.
Wow, like my mountains and deserts and canyons and stuff?
That's right. And then he made the plants.
Whoa, like orange trees and apple trees and blackberry bushes
for pie. And then God said it was good.
It sure was.
And then on day 4, God made the sun and the stars and me.
Whoa, that's when God made you?
Yup, he made me. And you know what he said?
It was good. I'm so glad God made you. You are good, Moon.
Thanks, Earth. And then on day 5, God made the ocean animals.
Whoa, like the dolphins and the whales and the octopus?
Yup, and the birds.
Even the birds that don't fly, like the ostriches and the penguins?
He made all of them, Earth. And do you know what he said?
It was good.
That's right, Earth. And then on day 6, he made all of the animals.
Oh, like the puppy dogs and the cats and the lions. Roar!
That's right, Earth. And you know what else he made? What? What else is left? He also made people. Wow, I love people. They're made in the image of God. They're so fun and creative. They do the silliest things. They are really fun to watch, aren't they, Earth? And do you know what God said on the end of the 6th day? It was good. Fantastic. Awesome! Tubular! He said it was good. And then God looked over all that he made. And you know what he said? Did he say it was good? He said it was very good. Wow! He's right. I am pretty awesome. And then on the 7th day, Earth, God rested from creating. Whoa, that's a good story, Moon. Thank you so much. Earth, he created you good and everything in you good because he is a good creator. Ha! Thank you so much, Moon, for my bedtime story. You're welcome, Earth. See you in the morning. Night, Moon.
Oh, this is cool. I've never worked with this before. It's so globby. Bleh. Whoa, bleh.
Okay, you guys. Well, here you have Pluto, the moon, and Earth, and the hand. I really should have put on a glove. I wonder how long this will stay for. It looks kind of cool, though. Oh, these are so fun. And I'm going to paint them up just a little bit more afterwards. And we'll put on some more of that liquid rubber as well. I think the earth needs a little bit of it. And I'm going to brighten up the ocean a little bit and the land and everything. This is so fun. And oh my goodness, I can't even imagine creating the real earth. That would be so crazy. Even just creating one leaf. It's taken me a long time to create the foam puppet earth. God is so cool. And so I'm gonna go ahead and make the eyes out of these guys. They're actually button covers for like sofa cushions and stuff, I think. Something like that. So I'm gonna put white fabric over them and then put some black pupils on, and I'm gonna attach them in. And then we'll be able to see right away the done planets and moon. I'm so excited. Okay, let's do this. Wow, you guys, look, we're all done. I think they look great. Okay, so here is Pluto, and he was gonna be the Earth, but then I had a hard time drawing the Earth, so then we just made him Pluto, and I think he's so fun. And he looks a little perplexed or confused. He's like, oh, which I think suits him, because did you know that Pluto used to be called a planet, and now they call Pluto a dwarf planet. So a little bit smaller than a planet, but some people think that Pluto should be a planet and are fighting for that. So a lot of people are unsure if Pluto should be a planet or a dwarf planet, and I think he looks just right for him. And then we've got the moon, and I really like all of the bumps and all the texture and all that stuff around him. He looks like he's got some craters and all that on him. So he is so fun. Oh, the eyes just did so much to bring in personality. I love it. I wonder if that was like when God made people. He's like, oh yeah, there's all the personality the earth needed. And the earth! I felt like he needed little eyebrows on his eyes. And here's the earth. Oh, so good. Okay, you guys. I really like all of them. But would you rather live on the earth that God made or on this earth? Because I think this earth is good. But if you ate anything from this earth, it would be rubber. Because it's just rubber and paint everywhere. And you'd be living in a rubber house and eating a rubber pizza. And everything would just be rubber. I don't know about that. So let's go over the 7 days of creation, or the 6 days of creation and the 7th day of rest really quickly again. So on day 1, do you remember what he made? Light. And he said that it was good. So good. Like, you were like, that is fantastic light. I like that light. That light's amazing. I did a good job on that light. And he did. I love light. It's so good. And on day 2, he made the sky. And on day 3, he made the land. And do you remember? The plants. Yup. I am so glad that we have plants because so much of our food and the house that I'm in right now and so much is made from plants. It's so good and needed for all the animals and people that are coming later. But do you remember what he said about the land and the plants? That it was good. That's right. It was good. And then on the 4th day, he made the sun and the stars and the moon. That's right. And he said that it was good. Yeah. And then on the 5th day, he made the sea creatures and the birds. And what did he say it was? Good. That's right. And then on the 6th day, he made the animals and people, you and me. And what did he say about that? He said it was good again. And then it says that he looked over creation and he said it was very good. Wow, that one got a very on it. That's like good exclamation points. Yeah, God made this whole world to be good and for us to only experience his goodness. But then later on in the story, people said no to God. They didn't listen to the ways that he told them to live because he wanted the best for them. But they said, no, we can figure it out better on our own. And that's when sin and pain and all this stuff came in. So God made the earth. And it was very, very good. And God wanted us to experience his goodness. But we don't always experience his goodness right now. Because sometimes we experience pain or death. And that's sad. But you know what the exciting thing is? Is that one day again, it's going to be a new earth. And it's going to be full of his goodness. And we're going to experience it the way that he meant us to experience. Full of joy and love and no more suffering. It's going to be so, so, so good. Oh, you guys, aren't you glad that God's our creator? I sure am. And I wouldn't have wanted anyone or anything else to have made the earth or you or me. I am so glad that it's our Heavenly Father who loves us with all of his heart and can't wait for us to experience his full goodness again. Okay, let's quickly pray. God, thank you for making this earth. Thank you for making us. Thank you for being our creator. Thank you for making us in your image to be creative. And thank you for being our good, loving Heavenly Father. Amen. Guys, thank you so much for making the puppets with me. That was such a blast. I loved it. Have an amazing week enjoying all of God's good, very good creation.